Hi guys, welcome to Monique Kitchen Addiction. It's your girl, the only Monique with the double KK. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different ways to fry fried rice. That's 5 methods to you can fry your fried rice, and how to make it colorful, and how to make the rice come out green. Okay, so this is a compilation video. I know it's very long, but it's worth watching. Okay, and I also deserve a thumbs up because like I put in a lot of work to put this together. So your thumbs up and your share will go a long way. So guys, these are the ingredients that I will be using. Like I will be using bell pepper. So I mix the color, the red, the yellow, and the green. Okay, and I will be using spring beans, I will be using carrot, and I will be using green beans. Okay, so guys, this is just samples. I use 12 bell pepper. So guys, and I will be using shrimps and diced meat, diced gizzard, and diced hot dog. Like, so this is really like is a lot because we are cooking 5 kilo of rice and we are doing 5 compilation of how to cook fried rice. So I'm using spring onions and normal onions. This is the way I love to slice my onions. So like I'm using sunflower. Okay. So keep watching. These are the ingredients that I'm going to use to cook my meat. I'm using thyme, I'm using curry, I'm using turmeric, I'm using oregano, I'm using ginger, I'm using garlic. So all are powdered one. Okay, you can also make use of the fresh one, which is okay. So I'm using stock cube and salt. Okay guys, so this is how you have to boil your meat because we need the stock water. To cook delicious fried rice, you really need to pimp the water, guys. Okay, so like I'm still going to use fresh garlic balls. Okay, so I added 4 because the powdered one I was not so sure of it. It's the first time of using that particular product, so I have to add the balls. Okay, and then I use big onions. So I'm just going to pour in the ingredient. Okay, so I'm going to pour in the stock cube. Remember, we are cooking 5 kilo of rice. Okay, and I just pour in like 7 stock cube. Yeah, it's needed. Okay, and I added just a little salt. So I'm going to stir to meat. Like you all know how I cook my meat, so I'm just going to let it boil up because we have a lot of water inside the meat already because I'm just washing it out. I didn't even save it that much, so I'm just going to add a little water to it, and later I will still add more water, but I'm not going to show that part. You all know how I cook my meat already, so you can go watch. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this to cook, and let's start preparing. This is going to be too long, so I can't show our part. Okay, so if you want to know how I cook my meat and all that, you can scroll and watch how I prepare my bear meat. Okay, the link will pop up like 2 seconds before the end of this video. So I'm going to start to mix and cover this aside. So before I forget, this is 6 big chicken. Okay, so know the way, the more the chicken, the more quantity of the ingredients you use. Okay, so guys, this is the rice that I'm using. This is 5 kilo, and I'm using long rice. This is the best rice to cook fried rice. Okay, and this product of this particular long rice, like I've been using it and I've also done a review for it, is very good. So I just added salt and I pour in hot water. Remember, if you want to cook delicious fried rice, you don't need to boil the rice, use hot water. Okay, now I'm going to wash that behind the scene. So after boiling the meat, I'm going to transfer the meat stock. So this is what you will do. So I'm going to sieve the water. Okay, you have to sieve it to remove the dirt. I can call it, so you can see some mucus inside the water. So after boiling your meat, you have to sieve out the water. Okay, so like this is going to make your fried rice come, like the main rice, the green rice, come out so beautiful. And if you don't sieve out these mucus, they are going to stay at the bottom of the rice. Okay, and it's going to make it soak a lot of rice and make it overcook. It's not so good. So You see, I'm still going to receive it with the most tiniest sieve that I have. You will see the mucus that is going to come out of it. So even if you use your stock water to cook like that, cook stew like that before, that's not a problem. But you see, with fried rice, I advise you to always sieve it out like this. It helps a lot. Otherwise, all these mucus are going to relax at the bottom of the pot, like it's going to soak a large part of the rice. That's why before you take 2 rice at the top, at the bottom you can't even fry them. They look, I don't know, so soaked. So that's it. This is one of the first tips you have to keep down or note down. Okay, so after that, let's proceed to the next level. So guys, this is how the water is supposed to look, and you see how colorful it looks. Is because of the ingredients I used to pimp the meat. Now I'm going to add in 1 bowl of water, yeah, and then I'm going to gently pour in the ingredients, add in the ingredients. Like guys, cook. So guys, this is the frequent question that I always get. Even when I cook at parties, they be like, Monique, how do you make your fried rice come out green? To make your fried rice come out green, you need curry. Okay, curry is one of the things that make your fried rice come out green. Remember, we are cooking 5 kilo of rice, so this is the amount or the quantity of curry that I will be using. Take note. So, and I will be adding thyme. Thyme enhance the smell and taste, including curry, but curry give it that green color. So I will be adding ginger, yeah, 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of thyme, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. So these are other things that also enhance the color. This is turmeric. It gives it that golden sharp green color, okay, and it also make it taste good. Also with bay leaf also help enhance the beautiful color. So I am using 8 stock cubes, sorry. So I'm adding just a little salt. Okay, when you are using a lot of stock cube, then you reduce the amount of salt that you will be using. I use 8 stock, including the stock water, because we are cooking 5 kilo of rice. Okay, so I just stir to mint. Now I am going to transfer it to the gas. I'm going to cover it to cook. Even when it boils up, still leave it to cook for another like 5 minutes. Okay, now you see the water is not that much, but I'm still going to add in just a little water. But I did add that behind the scene. You don't need too much water to cook your fried rice, because you don't let the rice to be too soft. Okay, so I'm going to pour in the rice now. So guys, if you know you've not subscribed, you've not followed my page, please, what are you waiting for? Hit on the subscribe or follow button. Okay, like and also help to share. Okay guys, it takes sweat to put this together. Okay, thank you so much for the endless support. I appreciate you all. Now I am going to stir to meat, then I will add just a little water. Okay, so like I said earlier, don't let your rice to be too done. Be sure of the rice that you are going to use to cook your fried rice. If you are not sure of the rice, you will be careful with the water. Okay, like this one, I trust this rice so much. Okay, now you see the rice is already coming out green. Yeah, this is how your fried rice is supposed to look. If you cook the white one, some fried rice will be white. That's not white rice, that's not fried rice. Nigeria fried rice, that's vegetable rice, where you have to just fry the vegetable and pour it inside the white rice. Like this green one, we all know, like our parents used to call it green rice. So I just cover it. This is after 8 minutes. My rice is not fully dry. Take note of this. I am going to stir it. Why am I stirring it when my rice is not fully dry? So I am stirring it so is 2 things. So the ingredients won't relax at the bottom, and so some part won't be full done and some part will be half done. Remember, I am using big pot to cook the 5 kilo of rice. So stirring it will not affect anything, it will not make it to burn like the rumors, you understand? So stir properly. So this is after 8 minutes, and I was still coming back to stir every 5 minutes. Now I am going to cover it to still let it cook and come back again and stir. You see the rice is coming up, it's rising up. You see how beautiful this is, how fried rice is supposed to look, my dear. So like guys, there is two food I can brag about even when I'm sleeping. You say come and cook it, I won't even look back. It's jollof rice and fried rice and beans. These things are the things that I cook every blessed day. Even with the COVID-19 where everywhere was shut down, I still cook it like 2 or 3 times in a month. So now the rice is already done. Let's proceed to the next level. Place a pan on fire. Yeah, pour in a little oil. So the first thing I'm frying is the shrimps. Okay, I'm just going to sprinkle a little salt on it and fry and keep it aside. So guys, we are done with that, and I'm going to add in a little oil. Then I'm going to fry in the hot dog. Okay, so I'm just going to stir fry. After that, I remove it and proceed to the next. So now I am going to proceed by frying the diced meat. This diced meat is normally used to cook spaghetti, and I also love to add it to my fried rice. Like some are salty and there is some without salt, so just know the one to get at the supermarket. Okay, so it tastes really good. Like, so I'm just going to fry this and also keep it aside. So can someone guess what I'm frying next? Like guess, like don't do a juro, just guess. This is something you can never guess. So this is one thing that always make your fried rice to sour. Yeah, like I'm going to show you how the method. Like this maize always make fried rice to come out sour very fast. Okay, you know there is some water in it, like you have to fry it for like 2 minutes to dry up the water. So many people don't dry up the water, they proceed to use it to cook fried rice like that, which will make their fried rice come out really sour. Even if you keep the fried rice inside your fridge, after like 2 days it starts drawing. Okay, so when you frying it like 2 minutes and you see it's making sound, you quickly remove it so it won't turn to popcorn. So now I am going to fry in the diced gizzard. I'm using gizzard, but I prefer to use liver, but this is what I found in the market and I just buy it. Okay, so let's proceed. I'm just going to fry it to become brown, then remove it from fire. Then we proceed by frying the first method. So place a pan on fire, leave it to dry, add in a little sunflower oil, leave it to hot for like 1 minute. Then I'm going to pour in a little spring onions and normal onions. So each and everything that I add inside this sunflower oil, I'm going to leave them to fry for 10 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to stir fry. The next is the green beans. Okay, so remember there is also water in this green beans, and it also contributes to what to make your fried rice come out sour. Fry it to let the water dry up. Okay, so for that reason I will be frying it for like 20 seconds before I add any other thing. Now I just added the carrots, and I'm going to stir fry. Okay, you know carrot can be so hard, so I added it so it will come out a little bit soft, not just 100% soft, but just a little. Okay, before I add anything, and like I said, 30 seconds. Now I added the green, red and yellow bell pepper. This green, red and yellow bell pepper also contributes to what make like it's one of the worst thing and meals that make your fried rice come out sour. If you doubt me, slice it, keep it in the fridge. When it is morning, you will see how messed up it's going to be. So now I just added the diced gizzard and what's it again, hot dog. So I'm going to stir fry. Like, you know, all these things are fruits and they are very watery. So I added a tablespoon of curry, ginger, garlic, and I'm going to also stir fry. I think I added a little time, maybe I did show that, I don't know, maybe I missed that, but I added a little time as well. So I'm going to stir and fry it for like 3 minutes, and I added half stock cube. It's needed, okay, so to make the vegetable come out tasty. So let's stir fry for like 3 to 4 minutes. So after frying for like 3 to 4 minutes, even if you are cooking 20 kilo of rice, this is how you are going to fry out. This is a different method, okay? So I'm just going to gently pour in some rice, okay? So the more the ingredients, like the vegetables, the more the rice. So I'm just going to add in more rice, okay? Then I'm going to stir it to fry. So if you are using this method is what you are going to use to cook all your rice. If you are cooking 5 kilo of rice, okay, so you are going to stir fry. You see our fried rice fine. Like, I'm really happy that I did this content. This is something that I'll be deliberating on, because I know I have different ways to cook almost all my food. I get bored using one particular way to cook my food, so I use different styles. So I'll be thinking of doing this for fried rice, because I already have 2 content of how to fry fried rice in my channel. So I just decided to just do it all and let fried rice be for now. Maybe in 5 years time I can upgrade again. So I'm going to stir fry for like maybe 5 minutes, depending on the gas or how aggressive your gas is, okay? And you have to keep stirring, don't just leave it. But for me, I will leave it for like a minute and I will still stir again, because I'm using a non-sticking pot. So I almost forgot to add maize, that's corn. So it's never too late, but if you are using this method, you can add the corn at the time you added the rest ingredients. You fry the rest ingredients. So thank God I fried it earlier. So I'm going to add it to it, then stir to fry. After that, our fried rice is 100% ready, and we are going to transfer it inside a bowl. Like this one, you are going to spread it to cool down. If you don't spread it, you for you, okay, you are going to spread it to cool down. So I'm just going to spread it in a tray, okay, so to cool down before I put it inside the cooler. Now this is the second method, okay. This second method, let's take it like this is the method we are going to use to cook the full pot of rice, okay. Now I have cooked the rice and put it aside, so I'm going to fry all the ingredients. This is what we call fried rice jollof, okay. So I'm going to fry everything at the same time. There is no 10 seconds here, okay. So I'm just frying the spring onions, just fry in the normal onions. I stir. So now I'm going to pour in the carrot, I'm going to pour in the corn, I'm going to pour in the spring beans. I am going to pour in like everything at the same time, Okay, like I said, this is the method we are going to use to cook all. So the more rice you are cooking, if you want to use this particular method, the more ingredients. Okay, so I just added the shrimps, the diced meat, a little gizzard. So let's say this is the method and we are using everything to cook the rice. Okay, the rice is sitting inside the pot. So after cooking the rice, you leave it inside the pot and fry the ingredients. So this is it. I am going to stir fry for like 10 to 15 minutes. You can use more stock cube or legs. Because the ingredients is a lot, you will see it releasing a lot of water. So by this, you can't be patient to let the water dry off. That is the secret to this method. But now I know I'm not using too much ingredients, but let's pretend that we are cooking it with a lot. We are cooking it with a lot of ingredients and a lot of rice. Okay, it's going to release a lot of water, and many people won't be patient to let the water dry off, because if you want to really let the water dry off, it will overcook the vegetables. Okay, you know vegetable can be so watery. So let's stir fry. Okay, I'm going to stir fry this for like 8 to 10 minutes. So you have to let it fry a bit so it won't just be so raw, taste raw. Okay, now after stir frying, I'm going to bring out the rice. Remember, this is called fried rice jollof. Okay, bah, bah, bah. Now this is the rice still inside the pot. Okay, like this is the method you are using to cook your full rice. Now you are going to pour it inside the pot. Some people will sieve out the water, some people will sieve out a little, some will just pour it inside like that. Anyone that work for you. Okay, so I'm going to start to mix, and our fried rice is ready. When you start to mix, at this point you will be stirring it to mix on top of your fire. Okay, so you stir to mix, you stir and stir, leave it for like 2 minutes to like trying to dry up. Like this one, it's sour like if you don't eat it immediately or put it inside the fridge, you are a goner. Okay, but at the end, I'm still going to tell you guys my best method. Like guys, all taste well. Okay, yeah, all taste well, but the problem is the sour problem. Like when you cook rice at the party, they never even start to serve all rice don't sour. So just frying, and fried rice is ready. Yeah, no matter how the rice was strong rich, if fried rice want to fuck you up, it will fuck you up, because it is the fruit that will sour and they'll start making the rice to draw. So this is it. Our second method is ready. It's so fine and it will make sense. Like if you use this method, after everything you have to spread it to cool down. Don't leave it inside the pot, otherwise the pot will just be cooking the bottom. When you want to serve, you will just see it will start drawing, like the heat will mess it up and will turn the vegetables color. Okay, keep note. Yes, let's move to the third one. This will keep you talking. This is my best, and this is how I cook my fried rice for the past 10 years. Kudos to my friend that taught me this method. Like, this method is the method that I use anywhere. If I think there is a competitor somewhere, I use this method. So pour in a lot of groundnut oil, leave it to hot, like sunflower oil. Then pour in your sliced onions, your sliced spring onions also. Okay, like this method is the best of the best, and also make your fried rice come out so tasty, sweet, fine and beautiful. Remember, this corn that I'm adding, I didn't fry it earlier because I left half, because if you are using this method, you don't even need to fry the corn or whatsoever. Okay, so I just pour it in, and the green beans, remember they have water and they are staying at the bottom. Now when the water is dried up, they will move on to the top. Okay, so this is the best of the best. This is my method. I don't use any other method to cook fried rice at home. And this one is for big man. If you are the kind of people that manage to cook food, don't even bother, because you will be wasting a lot of groundnut oil. Okay, vegetable oil, sorry. So I just added the carrot. So I am going to stir to fry. Like this method, you don't need to add curry, you don't need to add anything. Okay, the only thing I will be adding is the stock cube. Okay, Then I just fry in the bell pepper. So I'm adding just a little stock cube to fry along with the vegetables. I just added the fried gizzard. I'm adding a hot dog. That's what I just added. And I'm going to stir to fry. So I will leave it inside the oil for like 2 to 3 minutes. Before you fry in anything, leave it to be leave the sunflower oil to be very hot. Okay, now so I leave it to fry for like 2 to 3 minutes before pouring in the rice. Like, oh more, this is the best. Like, even if I want to cook for you, you pay me good money. This is the method I will use for you. Like, when I'm using this method at party or anywhere, like, it always make people to talk at first, but at the end of the day, they will begin to shout like, how come? Like, I know of my friend Pretty Love, she followed my page. When she saw me using this method the first time, she shouted, no, no, no. When she tasted it, I was surprised. The other time she came to visit me, she'd be like, even if that method they waste sunflower oil, now the best, so now they use, I'll be like, oh, but you come in it the other time, you know. Like, this is the best of the best, guys. Like, this works for me a lot. Like, if I have a competitor like cooking at a party where like 2 or 3 caterers are cooking, I use this method at my fried rice standard, and your fried rice can never sour. Like, I am telling you, even if you don't put it in cooler, you put it in cooler, they'll be like, let's come and share the fried rice. So it was, so I said, not my fried rice, leave it there. Anytime you want to share, we share. It's not the sour, because everything will dry up, the rice will fry again and taste so nice. You see how beautiful it looks. This is it. Like, after pouring in the rice, you leave it to fry for like 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how aggressive your gas is. Okay, and it helps all the ingredients in the rice, it release it out. And if maybe it's not, the salt is not enough, you can add. Now to the 4th method. Okay, so I just place a dry pot on fire. I'm going to add in sunflower oil. Okay, the more the ingredients you are going to fry, the more the sunflower oil. But these ingredients that I'm going to fry now, I am going to share it into 2 parts. I'm also going to use 1 part for the 5th method. Okay, because it's the same process to fry the both. So I'm just going to stir fry the spring onions and the normal onions. So I will be frying everything like every 10 seconds. So I just added the last fried maize. Okay, so that's the last one, and it's really small, no problem about that. So just fry in the green beans, and I'm going to stir fry, like I said, every 10 seconds. Now I just added the carrot, so I'm also going to stir fry. So I just added the bell pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, and okay guys, like, I know you guys have really tried to watch to this extent. It's not easy. I appreciate you all. God bless you all. Okay, so let's keep frying. Then I'm going to add in a little stock cube. Like I earlier said, if you are frying more quantity of vegetables, you add like 1 full stock cube, but I just added just a little. Okay, I just added the fried gizzard. I am also going to stir fry. So guys, I'm going to stir fry for like 3 to 4 minutes. So after that, I am going to remove it from the pan and leave the oil inside the pan. Okay, so I'm not going to transfer it out with the oil. Now I just clean up the pan. This is the butter method. So I just cut in butter to the inside the pan, and I'm going to leave it to melt. Okay, like guys, I have to be truthful. If I have to say which is the worst method, I will tell you is the butter method. Like, I'm sorry, like, I use all methods depending on my moods. Okay, so I'm going to transfer from the vegetables. Like imagine like we are using this method for all the rice, so we use more ingredients and more butter. This is just for like example. Okay, now I just added a little vegetable. Many people, if they want to use this butter method, they don't even fry the vegetable first, so they use the butter to fry the vegetable. Like when you taste it come out so raw. So after frying, then you pour in the rice. They'll be like, oh, it make the rice to be shiny. No, you can use groundnut oil to fry everything and stick out in butter. Okay, like this is the wackest method. Every other method is superb, is good, but you see this butter method, I just have to be real. I have my favorite and I have my wackest, and I will tell you the butter method for me is the wackest. Okay, so that's it. Proceed to the last one. The last but not is the least. I'm tired. So you just sprinkle a little oil inside the pan and pour in the fried vegetable. Okay, and leave it to fry. This is the old school type, the way I used to fry my fried rice then, if I really want it to come out dry. Like this one won't also come out sour fast, but if you can still leave it and put it inside the fridge, it will still last long for you. I'm just going to fry. You fry for like 3 minutes and remove, and still proceed. This is how you are going to finish the whole pot of rice. So this is it. I appreciate you all. I love you all. This is the last method. Thank you so much for watching. Please share. Okay, share and like. This is it. So let me be prepared for my mukbang. Are you